Hello. So I decided to focus on the first question in the prompt for the reflection this week, which was my beliefs about technology and its effects on learning. When I was when I was an undergraduate, I actually went off to college with a typewriter. At the time, desktops were just becoming a thing, and so along with my classmates, most people had typewriters. And I think during my time in college, I took one computer programming class. So that is the extent of technology affecting my education. Now, on the other hand, I've been able to view the impact of technology on learning and education through the lens of my son's experiences. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that. My son was actually homeschooled through a virtual academy up until middle school. And that experience was great in that it differentiated learning for him. There was a lot of flexibility. There was also the ability to work at your own pace. So if you were really good at a certain subject, you could move ahead. And so that was an incredible learning experience for him and for me using that technology. I've also seen as I've been going through the program here at Augsburg, and when I was in my special education course, the use of technology for learners with special needs and the advances that it's made and how it can differentiate those learning experiences for those students and really allowing them to be a lot more accessible, not only in the classroom, but just what they can do with the technology to advance their own learning. My other feelings about technology is that obviously it can be very engaging. It's very interactive. The music, the sound, examples that we had last night in class about it being a competition. And so I think those are all great things that can add to learning in a classroom. It can also open doors for experiences that otherwise aren't accessible, like visiting museum collections, going on live links to look into scientific research like polar expositions and just things that are happening in the rainforest. I mean, it just opens up so many worlds and different countries and makes all that information just so much more accessible. I'm really a big fan of experiential learning and having those experiences that you can have outside of the classroom, which technology allows. I'd have to say that I'm not a big fan of total reliance on technology, such as iPads in school. My son actually was in middle school and high school and in a district where pretty much everything was done on an iPad. You sent in all of your assignments in Dropbox. And his experience and what he's told me about that was that you could really become very disengaged in class. Everything's on an iPad, you're staring at a screen all day. And, if you wanted to check out, it was much easier to check out than if you're sitting there maybe with a pad and paper. And I've seen that in my own reserve teaching where kids can just really go all in on technology, and it's really hard to pull away from that. So I view technology as a great resource, but with limits. And so I'm interested to see how my beliefs will change over time with that. But again, I'm a very experiential, I think, teacher. I think experiences and hands-on is a great way to learn, and I don't know if that's always accessible through technology. And so that's my reflection for this week. Thanks.